Barber College Success, brought to you by Craig Charles of Crown Cutz Academy, JC, Johnson City, that is, and also Crown Cutz Academy, Bristol, Virginia, on the VA side. But also now, Proficient Nail Academy, downtown Johnson City.
Again.
So we have 4 programs: barbering, cosmetology, aesthetics, and nails. So if you want to get with us, get with us. Let's help you, show you what to do what it do. But again, Barber College Success, brought to you by Craig Charles of Crown Cutz Academy, JC, Bristol, Virginia, and Proficient Nail Academy. Spreading love the Tri-City way is one way, but spreading love the Crown Cutz way is the major way. I'm going to introduce my co-host, and then we're going to rock it. We got a special episode for you. We got somebody coming from the high school level, my man, Kole.
Jordan Barr from Bristol, Tennessee. J Bob on Instagram. Studio 423. Hoping you're having a good day. It's been what?
It's been a while.
3 weeks,
Yeah,
2 weeks.
You've been hiding out in the incubator.
Shoot, I've just been grinding.
No doubt. And my man,
My name is Kole. I go to Elizabeth in high school, and I'm just here. He came to my school for the career day, and then he invited me out for the podcast. And here I am, I guess.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So today we're just going to talk to Kole about his interest in being a barber. Because it's interesting how, so I went to a middle school last Friday, and I went to you guys like about a couple of weeks ago before I went to Palm Springs to the Barber Connect and the Barber Connect show. And I've been going to these things the past couple of weeks, going to high schools, middle schools, and talking to students about barbering. And it's unbelievable the love that you get, how many students are interested in being in barbering, which is crazy. And on Friday, I'm with these 4th and 5th graders, and there's about 400 kids from the Virginia middle school system. 400 kids. And each of them had 6 minutes with me at my section. And I was talking about barbering and the industry. I showed them the tools. So they had about like 15 stations in the gym, and they, like groups of 20 to 25 kids, about 15 to 25 kids in groups, give you 6 minutes each with each group of kids, and you get to talk to them about your career and what you're doing. It was interesting how many little girls wanted to be barbers. It was crazy.
You said little girls?
Yeah. Like all these girls were interested in being barbers, like talking about mullets and fades, and I'm like, these are middle school kids. And I'm like, and that made me feel just happy to see where the industry is going, because a lot of them, because of social media, YouTube, everybody's watching haircuts online or watching YouTube videos or just seeing the culture. And that was kind of amazing.
I feel like, well, I cut a lot of kids, a lot of teenagers. And here recently I've been getting a lot of people coming up to me and be like, bro, he said, I really... Oh no, they'd be like, bro, me and my friend was at the gym the other day, and we was just thinking. They was like, bro, we was calculating how much money you making a day, and I was like, bro, there's like, you really be making some good money. I said, bro, it's not even about that. It's just there's like we just really mess. It was like we really been thinking about going to barber school or doing some type of barbering, because we like the fact that you're able to really express yourself. It would dress the way you want. I mean, it's just. Barbering is cool. It's the new end. It's the new thing. Like especially for you being young, I feel like a lot of kids, especially, gonna think that's something that they would like to do.
But how was the new end? And barber is one of the oldest professions.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because of
how is it the new end?
Style.
It's getting trendy.
I think it's the style. Yeah,
it's getting trendy. It's getting real trendy.
Especially with Vic Blends and all them off TikTok. Especially that TikTok, I feel like it's helped us blow up a lot.
I mean, the barber industry is where it is, and I think it's a good thing. It's showing people that you can have a great career and take care of yourself and your family and express yourself and do something that you love, because most barbers, when we talk to them, they always enjoy their job. They don't have bad days. They go to work and just are happy.
That's be chilling. Chilling. Me and my clients, we be sitting there watching movies. I'll put on some movies, be putting on with the movies, be just chilling, talking, having fun.
So Kole, my man, and so talk about how we met.
So you came into the class, and I was like there was a lot of girls in the class, and you asked us all to move forward, and then you're like, who wants to be a barber? And I think I was like one of two people to raise my hand
Yeah,
or something.
and this is high school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is high school level.
And then he told me to come up to the front of the class, and then we just talked for a minute about it. And it was really interesting to actually talk about it because I haven't really got to talk to anybody about it because a lot of the barbers in Elizabethton are just like old school, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like you have that. But there's just, it was nice to talk to you about it. And we talked about like you traveling and getting new, like always talking to new people, and you have friends in Chicago and everything. And
So, what was your first memory or your first experience, memorable experience of piquing your interest in barbering?
maybe when like
And how old were you?
maybe like 13 maybe because I got like I was like shaved on the sides and I had like a hard part and I really liked it, but it was just like when like you're in the barber shop and everyone has a different haircut and the barber's just like doing it all and it's like freehand.
Right.
Like you said, you came in the one day and it was like it was art.
Yes.
Like you doing when you do like a flat top and it's just like so like perfect, you said, and you just talked about that and how you enjoyed it, but like seeing different haircuts and getting different haircuts for me is cool.
So what was your first? Were you nervous to tell your parents about that you want to be a barber, and how did they react?
Um,
So I know a lot of parents. The reason why I'm asking, because a lot of parents they don't understand the industry, and when a lot of parents want to live through their kids, and they have like aspirations and a dream and a whole plan, your whole career out for you. And sometimes, and I had a friend of mine who she had her kid like planned out, and he told her he wanted to be a barber, and she was a little bit disappointed. How did your parents react?
so I was like beginning a teenager when I said it, so they probably just thought it was just like a phase to
Right.
go through, so they didn't probably think of it too much. But I do get what you're saying when you're like parents, like they want some of their kids to have like a 9 to 5 job, and they want just like barbering is definitely a different thing for most parents. But when my mom's like supportive, so if I say something, she would be like, "Oh yeah, you can do that." Like I feel like most moms.
And that's important because that's something that you when you're doing the job and you're grabbing a career, you want a career that's something that you're going to be happy with, something that's not going to stress you out. When you're working, it's not even work, and it's important to pick something that you're going to be happy with. So it always makes my heart smile when I hear kids having an interest and barbering pique their interest at a young age.
Yeah, because I know when I was younger, I don't think I ever thought that I was going to become a barber for sure. But I knew that I liked art because I took advanced art classes and I liked drawing and painting and all types of stuff. But I didn't think that but barbering was an outlet as far as like, I guess, creativity goes. But
so that's the importance of us going into schools and talking to kids from elementary, middle school, and high school, because we can start letting them know and give them a visual aid of our craft and talk about our industry and bring our tools in and let them know, hey, this is fun. This is a viable career. This is something that can take care of yourself and make you some good money, because the object in life is to go to school or get a profession that's going to take care of yourself, give you some money to take care of your kids, your family, and make you happy.
Yes, but I feel like at a very young age, though, I feel like you're just kind of wandering.
But that's good. But yeah. We need to pique interest, because I can remember in most schools, police officers coming to schools, firemen. You know what I'm saying? And you're thinking and a lot of kids, that piques their interest to see someone come in and with a big shiny truck or something different. So I think it's important for not just barbering, but all trades to go into school and talk to kids and let them know the possibilities.
I feel that. I was like, because I know when I was growing up that my dad was always saying that you're going to be a lawyer or you're going to be a doctor or like, just putting stuff that usually what people think are good careers, which they are good careers. I'm not saying they're not, but
was that like, pressure on you?
I felt like it was. It was. I felt like when I went to school first, I was going to school for what my dad thought I should be going to school for. So, and I wasn't happy. That's the reason why I went to community college for 2 semesters, but I had the best grades I ever had in school in college. But I just knew I wasn't happy, and it wasn't. I was wasting time on something. I was putting time into something that I didn't know I wanted to do, and I felt like that was just a waste of time. So I just dropped out, and I don't know. I felt like it wasn't right, so I just went with my gut.
Yeah, like in school now, I don't know if you felt this way, but like you try to be good for them, like for your parents. So like they're always on me, like they used to be on my grades and everything. So
which is good. They need to be on your grades,
but it's like you want to do good for them. So then,
but you also have to think about
yourself sometimes too.
Yeah.
What is my career path? So, do your parents have a career path that they want you to directly go into?
Not really. My mom works for Anchor Brace and Limb, with like prosthetics and stuff like that. That used to pique my interest, but I don't really want to work a job like that or have to go like do the same things every single day. Like with barbering, there's gonna be a different haircut you can do or new stuff you're always like finding out. But like that, it's just a normal job. I don't really feel like that's for me in a way, but she's not really forcing it onto me. But
so how do you think pursuing a career in barbering align with your personal goals?
like I want to have my own business, and it'd be like a fun job that I'll like be happy to go do, and like barbering is just a cool job to me, and I am interested in that, and like.
So your one of your goals is to own your own business.
Yes.
Okay, so you see that being a barber, and eventually you could own your own business, open your own shop. That's the path you kind of looking to go down.
Yes.
That's important. That's good. And so you must have had like several thoughts. I've been thinking about this like heavily for a while. So when I came, I could see it in your eyes, like, yes, someone I could finally talk to. So you was holding this in for a while. Why didn't you just try to talk to your parents and tell them, or talk to your barber at all?
Because I feel like I want to go in like a bigger city, and I feel like they just like they want to stay in a small town, and they just have not the same goals as me.
I feel that.
So I feel like I can't go to them, and they won't.
You know your parents gonna listen to this podcast, right?
Yeah, they're probably gonna say something to me, but.
I mean, but the cool thing is understanding that sometimes a lot of kids, they're afraid to speak to their parents. And it's not that you're afraid to speak to your parents. You just don't want to let your parents down and thinking that, well, they have this goal for me, but I really want to do this. But the key thing is to have a discussion, have a dialogue, and open up. And more often than not, your parents are understanding, and because they want you to have a plan. I think the problem is with a lot of parents is if they don't see their kids have a plan or have something solid to work on, then there's an issue. But if you come to them with a plan and say, this is how I want to do it, it's mapped out like this, and at this time I want to open my own business and I want to do it like that, more often than not, they're gonna be like, okay, they'll be receptive. I think so.
And I feel like a lot of people especially don't know how far the rabbit hole of barbering really goes.
Right.
They don't know because I mean, if you look it up, barbers, it don't really show how much barbers really can make for real.
Right.
And I guess it can kind of be misleading a little bit because you think about why you want to do that. You only make like $30,000 a year or something like that.
I mean,
it's like
it is misleading when you look at the statistics, when you Google what do barbers make their salary. But one of the reasons, again, that we all know why barbers' salary is so low when you look it up is because a lot of people don't
report the taxes,
report their income, and I want that to change. I hope barbers who are out there listening, for people to understand how effective and relevant our industry is, report your income, report your right income, report that $90,000 you're making, report that $105,000 you're making. Report that $70,000 you're making.
So how much, in your opinion, would you think an average barber makes nowadays?
I mean, like my barbers in my first class, they said they started with like $65,000.
I'd say that's about right. That's about right.
Yeah, and last year some of them told me they made 85,
which is crazy.
What? No, it's not.
It's not crazy, but it is at the same time. It's like.
I mean,
I guess if you don't know, like, because I'll tell people like, what's the potential actually you can make while barbering, and they'll look at me like that's not possible. They're like, I'm telling you, like it's based off yourself. Like if you go into it, it really is based off yourself.
I mean, you have to have a drive. You have to have, you have to take care of the industry for the industry to take care of you. You have to you have to build a relationship with your clients. You have to go out there and market yourself. You have to go out there and work and build clientele when you're not cutting hair too. And that's not favorable for a lot of barbers because they don't like that speaking.
It's not for everybody. Like it's not, because a lot of people think they could just come in and just automatically be making money off that, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of personal, you got to be good at marketing, like Craig said. You got to be good at marketing and talking to people. Obviously, you got to take pride in your craft. I mean, if you want to be that top-notch barber, you got to treat yourself like that top-notch barber. I
mean, you have to respect yourself and respect the industry. Respect your clients. Treat your clients well. I mean, I think those things are important. So who has been like, so how old are you now, Kole?
I'm 16.
So you said when you was about 13, you started thinking about being a barber.
Yeah.
So from 13 to now, what has been some of the biggest inspirations to you and has kept that desire burning inside of you to still want to be a barber?
So I think around like 13 or so, I would like look up videos on like different haircuts and stuff like that, but I never like, and then like on TikTok and everything, like I would follow these barbers and everything, and just like the haircuts they would do would be so cool, and then like I would like want to do them. So then I'm like, when I'm older, I want to do this and I want to be like this. And
right. So have you attempted to cut anyone's hair yet?
No.
That's okay. That's good. You're green. You want to be a green barber because you don't want to come in with no bad habits.
Yeah.
So what if you, like, for Christmas, this is what you do, right? Tell your parents you want a pair of clippers.
Okay.
And you tell your dad the gift that you want is to cut his hair.
Okay.
Let's see what he says.
I don't know if he'd agree, but
I mean, that's the easy gift.
That's a very easy gift.
That's an easy gift. He'd be like, what? That's all you want? A pair of clippers and give me a haircut? Yo, Kole, you got this. You think he will turn you on for that? Or he just have his regular barber he goes to, he's just happy?
Yeah, he goes the same one every time. So
how often does he get his haircut?
For his work, he keeps it like really short.
So just like a real low,
like
all
it's
around?
like a high and tight.
Oh, no, you can do that. You can do that. You got this.
Kole, you need to start coming by to school and just checking it out, and just being hanging out with us, and you'll pick up some tips. And by Christmas time, we're gonna get you right. We're gonna get your hands right. Give your dad that cut.
It's right up the road, right, John City?
Yes, it's right there on McKinley Road. We actually have two locations. The one right there on Rowan Street, and we moved into a new location.
Is there one downtown?
Yes, on McKinley Road.
Yeah. What's that? It's a restaurant right there.
Freiburg's, the label.
The label, yeah. Me and my friend, he had like really long hair, and he wanted to get his hair cut, and we saw that place, and we were just trying to go to the he's like, I want to get this cut now, so we tried to go there, and then it was like pretty late, like when you guys were about to close, so we sat there and talked to the guy for a minute, and he said we can come back in, but we just never went.
So you're gonna be cutting your friends' hair now?
Yeah, they got to pay me.
I mean, that's the thought process. That's what you have to have. So how do you envision you making a positive impact when you become a barber with your community?
I like to talk to people, so just talking with everybody, and I feel like I have a pretty I can talk to people. So like, not what they're going through, but just like if you're having a good day.
You can relate to people.
Yeah, I can relate to people a lot, and I've done things like I played sports. I like different things, so I can.
So you have a group of friends that you think that can possibly be your clientele.
Yeah.
So when you're a barber, you have to cut men and women's hair.
Yes.
Are you prepared for that?
If I do it enough, I think I could be pretty good.
And one of your first clients will be your mother too, as well.
We'll see hopefully I don't mess her up too bad.
My first client was my mother when I was like 14, and I cut her hair, and she told me, "You did a great job." And know what I know now. I know I didn't do a good job, but she was just encouraging me in my craft to be who I am today, which is good, which is important. So, and Coach White. Have you talked to Coach White yet?
Not really. I don't really see him in the halls or anything, or I don't have his class. So.
Yeah, Coach White's one of the best barbers in East Tennessee.
It's kind of crazy to think he's a business teacher at my school, but
yeah, I mean, he came to school full time during the pandemic. and he's one of the best barbers in East
Oh,
Tennessee.
you talking about Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ryan's tough.
And he's in school. It's like 2 doors down from Ryan. And Ryan is the one who set up the career day at his school. And Ryan invited me to come down and speak about barbers, which is even great.
Yeah,
yeah.
You need to talk to Ryan. Ryan's cool dude. He'll get you a lot of insight on it too.
So I mean that's important. So what kind of feedback can you give to him, Jordan, being a young barber potential barber in high school in 11th grade? Because I like the fact that you chose your career. You want this career at this young.
If it was me and I was in your predicament at knowing that I wanted to be a barber at a young age, I would have started in school. But that's just me though. I mean, you obviously don't have to, but because you can really use school to your advantage because you obviously with your friends and you can help. Obviously, that's gonna help you get better over time. But you're gonna go to barber school afterwards. But I thought that'd help you starting out because that's really the hardest part. Really, the beginning part is the clients, getting your clientele, and obviously you work on your marketing at a younger age too. Get that going, like with Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you use.
Learn how to create content.
Yeah, like content. Learn how to make content. I don't know. I feel like being in high school. I feel like if you start barber cutting hair when you're in high school, I feel like that's a major head start. Major head start. That's just my opinion though. But
because you got a perspective to reach so many people in high school. You can, and you're in the band, right? Talk about that. Yeah. You're in the band. How many people in your band?
I think
how many members you guys have?
In the high hundreds, maybe 200, maybe.
So think about that. In the higher hundreds, if you just build a relationship with about 50 of those guys and tell them, hey, I'm going to get my barber license. Would you guys let me practice your...
Even if they don't let you cut their hair, at least they got you in their mind. Like if they want a haircut, they're like, all right, maybe I'll let them give them a chance, give them a try.
And just building that relationship, because one of the first things is them being confident in you. So you have to speak in confidence, saying, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. And when people see you're serious about your craft and serious about your profession, especially at a young age, people go, okay, yeah, that's what's up. But it just makes me smile, when people start picking this industry at a young age and are really definite and be like, this is what I want to do, because a lot of people jump into this industry at a later age. And not too many people, some people see it as like, they've tried several different things and then they're like, let me try barbering. So it's good when people jump into our industry and say, here, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. And if there were like barbers or instructors or school owners coming to my school when I was in middle school or high school and talking about the craft, talking about the industry, that's what I would want to be instantly. I would know that instantly, because a lot of people don't understand the craft. Like you said, it's like a rabbit hole. Because there's not too much of a descriptive of it. So it's important that we go to these schools and high schools and middle schools and talk about the industry. Bring our tools and bring our clippers. Bring all our equipment and let the kids look at it and feel it and touch it and talk about what a day is like in the shop. Talk about what a day is like in the barber industry. Talk about going to a hair show.
I said that's because I feel like there's always so much that one person can really show you, because when I tell you, like when I was in barber school and I went to my first hair show, that it changed my whole aspect of what I thought barbering was. Like it's crazy. Like it really, like I'm serious. It's crazy, man.
I don't even know what a hair show is.
Oh man.
So tell them what a hair show is, Jordan.
So a hair show is like it's like a
Super Bowl.
Yeah, like a big Super Bowl full of famous barbers and stylists, hairstylists, women. Man,
it's like a Super Bowl of the industry where all the industry professionals gather and you get to see the new trends, the new equipment, the new tools that's coming out, and people teach you techniques, and it's just so great. And it might be 15, 20, 30,000 people there talking about this industry, and they're all over the country. So that's another aspect of traveling in this industry too, that I didn't realize when I first started cutting that there were all these hair shows out there. There's hair shows like in California. There's hair shows in Vancouver. They're in Toronto. They're in Charlotte. They're in Vegas. They're in London. They're in Russia. They're all over the world. You know what I mean? And just being able to go to these things as a barber and seeing the industry on the highest level. And then some of the hair shows, they have like they give out awards. They give out
barber competitions. You win. That's what I like doing. I like doing barber competitions because it's like you bring your client and you can do any type of haircut, hairstyle, bleach it, perm it, do a design, some type of crazy design, and they judge you off of that, and you go against other barbers, and you can win money off of that. You can win clippers, you can win endorsements from clipper brands. You can,
but most just build a relationship with barbers, people, and seeing the industry for what it is.
By that, I feel like you can get your clientele a lot more by doing a show like that.
Yeah.
So. And it's important, and you don't have to be a barber to go to those shows. Like right now in high school, you might tell your parents, I want to go to a hair show. I want to go to a barber show. And one of the biggest ones is in Connecticut, the CT Expo. And you get to go across the country, and they do have things for kids in high schools, and I hope they do. If they don't, I think that's something they should have a division for. Kids in high school who want to be barbers. Because I know went to the hair show in IBS in New York, and the last 2 days is just for high school students, which is amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's just high school students.
The last 2 days, it's a convention for barbers, estheticians, cosmetologists, for everybody. But the last 2 days of the show is for high school students, and they have high school students bust them in from all over the country.
Yeah, you need to go.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'll tell you right now, it'll probably solidify your whole. Even if you was not even thinking about possibly becoming a barber, but I feel like it would make you be like, dang, yeah, I'm trying to do this for real.
So, and when you made a statement earlier, Kole, saying you want to really go to a bigger city, and one of the key things is with barbering and how social media is. Just like you're watching videos and you've seen all these cool haircuts, there are a lot of people in your city, in your town, watching those videos too. So that could be a game changer. That could be a market for you in your city to set that trend and open up a business there. Because, like you're saying, there's none. So, and there's an old adage in economics: supply and demand.
It's easier to stand out in cities, smaller cities, because you can bring what you think the city needs, like the haircuts that you like.
Yeah.
That you might not see them much around here, but you can be that person that brings it to the city.
And there are a lot of other kids in your high school, in your area, who want those things too.
Yeah.
So that could be a business you could start thinking about right now, because you said one of your goals is to get into this industry and then start your own business.
Yeah. So if I were to do something like that, it'd be smarter to stay in, like, let's say Elizabethton, and just like or rent out a building, and then like project myself towards like younger kids.
I mean, you can project yourself through the younger kids, middle school kids, high school, or just generally because you have a market. You have a market that you don't even understand that you have. I mean, you have a unique market that you don't understand. I mean, you said you're in the band, and there's upwards of 150 people in your band.
Yeah, close to.
I mean, that's having a clientele of, say for instance, you're in 11th grade, you get your license in a year time, because pretty much soon we do dual enrollment. So if it's something that you're interested in, we'll talk about that, where you can start working on your license next year or even this year. Talk to your parents about that. But imagine, like you said, getting that head start in high school, and you build up your clientele, and you get really, really, really good with those clippers and those shares in your hands. And you're like 17, 18, and your clientele base is built up to like 150. By the time you're 21, think about what your clientele base would be.
It'd be crazy. I started cutting hair when I was 21, and I'm about to turn 25 in December. So I've been cutting hair for 3 years, going on 3 years now. And if I would have started at your age, you definitely get a lot more done in the time frame. Like, it's just, especially you being in school. But I feel like it just help you out a lot more.
Well, I think one thing, I know your high school, they don't have a cosmetology department.
No, they don't.
So I think that's something they're working on, and I think that's going to be big when they work on it. But again, we're doing dual enrollment, so it's something that we could talk about so we can start you in as soon as possible whenever you're ready. But what excites you about the industry, though? What excites you? Just make you like,
Like watching videos and like seeing, because barbers do like before and after,
right?
seeing like it's like almost a completely new person, like them coming in and like them like not liking their haircut at all and then leaving and they're just like they're confident now. Like
Right.
that's just cool to me.
So you want to see just like that smile on someone's face.
Yeah.
Just doing that. When I talked about the artwork, every like 30 minutes, you're doing like something on the canvas, and every 30 minutes, it's just leaving you to a new canvas coming in. That excites you.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And how often do you get your hair cut?
I don't even know. It's like probably weeks at a time, maybe
Yeah.
like, because when I go, it's not that short, but I don't like it that long either. So
Yeah.
I just.
You should let Jordan give you a shot. Jordan could do some. I see Jordan over there salivating. He's like, man, I could really do some taper that up and keep the curls up top.
Yeah, bro. That thing's a thing too. Once you become a barber and start cutting hair, you look at people's hair like, dang, I can kill that. It's like, but that's where you get your confidence from too. If you go just going up and asking somebody, but hey, bro, I like, she let me get you a chance to like let me cut your hair one time. They can say yes or no, or maybe. So at least it's likely a chance 50-50.
Yeah, like the worst you can get is a no. So
Yeah.
like, why not?
Or maybe not. I mean, or later on, at least they know that you cut hair, and he might actually give you a chance later on, even if they said no. So
this is what I want you to do from here on out. As you go to school, start putting like get a little statistics, do a little case study, and ask maybe your next 200 friends or people that you know if they'll let you cut their hair, and be serious about it. And see after you get those 200 down packed, see how many people say yeah or how many people say no. But you have to be serious because it's not something that you've been talking about and people know that, hey, this is what you want to do. So if you come out of left field, it's probably might throw them for a loop. So you might have to start talking yourself up, yeah, I'm going to be a barber. Because that's the important part. Once you start believing and say this is what you want to do, you have to start acting upon it now to show people that I'm serious about this.
and once they know that you're serious, then you're going to get so much support that you would never thought you would get, because people like seeing people doing stuff that they want to do. Or it's actually following through with it. Because there's a lot of people that say that they're going to do something and don't follow through with it. So I mean, as long as you follow through with it.
And then you might start a trend of something that there's so many people who want to say that, but they're afraid to say it or don't know how to say it. There's so many people who want to get into this industry, but they're like, I don't know. I don't know what people might think, because it's not the typical 4-year college. It's not the typical, I don't know what people are going to think. But you have to have some conviction of when you want to do something. You have to have some conviction about, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is what you know what, I'm going to be good at this. And when you have those convictions, when you believe in yourself like that, the sky's the limit.
You'll gain a lot more friends. People probably be friends with people you never even thought it would be your friends, just because y'all love the same stuff. Love the same stuff. I've met new people. I met Craig. I met Emma. I met Kobe. I met a whole bunch of people. So you can be surrounded by great people. Surround yourself by great people.
I mean, yeah, the industry is just so loved, where you'll be meeting people that you wouldn't think that, and they look at you like, Kole, you did that. Like that, Kole, you did that. You're like, yeah. What you expect? What you think? You know what I mean? Wait till that happens. They'll be like, Kole, you did that cut. Like, yeah.
You're gonna shrug it off. I'm like, yeah,
that's me. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's me. So picture yourself like 3 years from now, and you got your license.
It's pretty cool. It's just like, I don't know what to think.
Yeah, you probably don't. You probably haven't thought that far.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But you have to start visualizing yourself in that role now. Because if that's what you want, you have to start visualizing yourself. That's me. Okay. And you're going to be walking around school looking at people's hair now. Like, you're going to be like, Jordan, I got that. I'm going to tell you, I got that. I'm going to freak that haircut out. I'm going to put some work in. What is your best haircut? When you look at haircuts, what is a haircut that really just like turned like, man, I like that cut right there? Or describe your perfect haircut.
Or I guess your favorite haircut.
I like I don't know what it's called, but it's not like an undercut, but it's like a fade and it goes down the back and there's still like hair back here.
Burst fade,
Drop.
Maybe.
drop fade, burst fade,
Yeah,
do
but
a
there's
low
like
fade.
hair and then it's like it like kind of flows back a little bit.
Probably talking
know.
about a drop fade.
Probably a drop fade.
Yeah.
But it looks super good.
Yeah. But think about, you'll be doing that hair soon. You'll be doing those type of haircuts. You'll be the one with your business down in Elizabeth and turning it up. Everybody will be coming to Kole for that tight fade. I can see it. What do you think, Jordan?
I could see it. I feel like I can tell that you really like it though. I could just tell by the way you are. But I mean, it's just the one thing you have to understand though is that everything comes with time.
Yes.
And it's not easy. You gotta learn to accept failure. Like you can't don't I wouldn't say accept it. Just like be comfortable
understand growth.
Yeah, like it's not gonna come the first time.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be repetitive. As long as you just keep on thinking positive.
It's a learned skill. And it being a learned skill, you're gonna have some ebbs and flows, meaning some ups and downs. And it's gonna take some time while you're learning this skill that you're gonna get frustrated. You're like, man, how will I ever be able to do this? And then after a while it just hits you one day, you're like, okay. I understand how to get to point A from point A to point B, but it's need a little bit more fine tuning, and I got this.
Like the day you came into my school, like when you were like talking about the dual enrollment, I was just been thinking like, what's the fastest way I can get into this, and it's like stuff like that. But like I know with something good, it does take time,
and that's the good approach to have.
But yeah, that's what I've been thinking about just. Like, what's the fastest way I can get doing this and everything like that?
Like starting?
Yeah.
That's the way starting.
But think about it. Again, that's the importance of us going to school, the career days, and just talking about your career, because there are a lot of kids, a lot of people in positions that they don't know what they want to do. But there are also a lot of people who know what they want to do, but they just don't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
And they just need that little boost, that little inspiration of someone coming into the school and just talking about the careers that they do. Just talk and showing the equipment. You know what I mean? That's it. I mean, I can't even describe the feeling that we had on Friday when we had those kids in middle school. They were excited. I mean, they was wondering like, what's these Clippers doing? And all the little girls were like, I want to be a barber. I like watching YouTube videos. I like watching, and I'm like, out of the 400 kids, about like 100 of them was little girls who said they want to be barbers. And I was like, that made my heart smile. Like, these little girls are really interested in wanting to be in this industry. Yeah.
That is a little crazy. Especially little girls.
Yeah. That is crazy. But I didn't know what like an esthetician was in a whole. Right. But when you came and described it, it was cool. Like,
and you see what I'm saying? And I think more estheticians need to start going to school and describing what they do. You know, because a lot of people, and I talk about all the skills that we have: barbering, esthetician, cosmetologist, and barber. And then most of the girls, the kids, the students, they didn't know what estheticians were. But that's a lot of people didn't know what an esthetician does.
Well, a lot of people get a lot of them get them mixed up. They probably think certain things are certain stuff, but it's not. But I mean, you know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know.
Right, and it's the cosmetology field, of course. And under the cosmetology field is barbering, aesthetics, cosmetologists, and manicuring. So I mean, I think we need to do a better job of reaching these kids where they are and talking to them about the profession, because, like you said, Kole, you didn't know who to approach, how to get the information about what you want to do.
And like when you're talking about like the cosmetology in a whole, like there's so many things inside of cosmetology that I had no clue.
Right.
But like barbering is like definitely piquing my interest the most. Like when you came in that one day, I forget what she asked about. There was this one girl, but she talked about something I never heard of before. And it was just cool to hear about that. And then like if you go to these shows or you were talking about how you can meet all these different people inside the cosmetology field or the industry, then that's cool to me as well.
So how do you see yourself contributing to the industry? What do you think you can add to the industry as a?
I feel like my personality is unique, and like I can just bring a different view to it. Like everyone's gonna have their own personality, and that's why everything's unique.
Right.
So, in like these shows, when I become a barber, I will go to these shows and like.
But you don't have to wait. You don't have to become a barber first. You can go to the shows like now. Yeah, you can just go to the show like with your mom one day, you're with your dad, and say, "Hey, I want to go to a hair show," and you could just go and you can just buy a ticket as a regular, and just go. And I think that would be fun. I think that would be the next level. Just go to it, and if you think you want to be a barber now, you're gonna come back from that show just like your eyes is gonna be like.
I'm saying like if I were to become like when I become a barber, like, again, I have my clientele up, like. I'm not saying it's gonna change me, but it'll open my eyes to more things. Like, you're gonna learn things as a barber because you're talking to so many people about it, and then like you're just talking to different people, and like they're interested in your personality. Like when you meet new people, that's how you become friends with somebody. So, like I have a pretty wide range of things that I like, so I can just interest people in different things and.
One of the biggest things in barbering that I love, Kole, is the relationships that I make with my clients. The conversations that I have with people who sit in my chair. The conversations with people who I've met for the first time who we connect on a haircut, during a haircut.
Yeah.
That's some of the best memories, some of the most memorable things I've had while I've been in this industry. Just connecting with people sitting in the chair. Or just building relationships, having some of the best friends I've had through giving them a haircut, and we became friends and going to their weddings and just hanging out with them, or just just having a conversation. Just people really look up to you, and really you build that bond with them, which it becomes so strong. It's just so hard to describe sometimes because it's something that's one of the greatest things about barbering.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people get caught up in the whole wanting to get good at haircutting aspect of it. But what's really going to set you apart from everybody else is your connection with your clients, being able to talk to them, being there for them when they need somebody to talk to. You'd be surprised what you be talking about in a barber chair. There's a lot of people that don't have somebody to talk to, and when you go to a barber, it's like a therapist.
Really. Like you're open to things, and you can just express your feelings because that's your barber.
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
The more and more I think about it now, and I know in the state of Tennessee, you just have to be 16 years of age and have 10th grade equivalency, and then you can start. That would be so amazing if someone could start at the 10th grade and have their license by the 11th grade and still be in high school and be a master barber.
That would be crazy.
Or even get it by like that 12, the high school, by the seniors, get it in just like, so by the time you graduate, you'll have your barber license and you'll be getting your high school diploma, running across the stage.
Walk across the street straight to a shop after that. When you graduate.
That's crazy. Like you said, the dual enrollment thing, I don't know how that would go into effect, but like if I were to start now, I would have it. It's a year, right? Correct?
Yeah. You'd have to, with you in school, you have to talk to your counselors and see what classes that you have that's an elective that they can push you towards that. Because I think if you have taken all your classes, that'll be the determination of how you can go into the dual enrollment. Yeah. So the best thing to do now is just talk to your counselor and say, hey, how can we do this? Or talk to your high school principal. Or even Coach White, because I know he'd probably know someone at the high school who will be able to point you in the direction. And then once they contact me, we'll make it happen on our end.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would, for the dual enrollment thing.
You'd be in high school and you'd be coming to school and you'd be doing both.
Like I would go to Crown Cutz?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a game changer.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be smart for you to do, especially if you absolutely know that you want to do it. I think you should go for it for sure, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, but also talk to your parents and have a sit down, let them know
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you don't want to make no decisions without your parents involved and having them help you formulate a good plan for this. Because at the same time, they're the ones who, they know you, they know who you are, and they know what's best for you, and they know what's going to help you be the person that you're going to be as an adult, as a young adult. Yeah, so I think that's amazing. Yeah. Would you have any questions for us, Kole?
Are there, I had it like written down on my phone, but are there any like goals in your career you still want to accomplish?
Yes. I want to open a school in the Caribbean. And the reason why I want to open a school in the Caribbean is because I feel we have a network of barbers right now. So everybody can come and teach 1 week out of the year with all the students that we have. So you can come down, go on vacation, teach 1 week and come back, or even 2 weeks. And that's my goal. Just continuously just teaching and giving people a chance to understand this wonderful career and be in this wonderful career called barbering.
There's so many things that go into just barbering. Like people just think it's like cutting hair, but there's so much more into it than just that.
Oh yeah, what talk about the book, Jordan. What's in the book?
What, for the goal?
No, the book for that goes into being a barber. It's chemistry.
Oh, right. Chemistry, anatomy, the history of barbering. There's
electricity.
Like you learn the clippers, like how, like what
tools
kind of rubber, like
tools
what
and
kind of engines in the clippers. And there's like perms, color, there's a lot. But it's not, I'm not trying to make you scared. It's not like overwhelming. It's, as long as you do your thing, you're straight. But it does help you a lot, especially if you know the book. Because if you know the book, then you're most likely gonna go in not knowing anything. Like you're gonna know absolutely everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what's like the coolest haircut you've ever done?
The coolest haircut I've ever done.
Or like,
I did. Okay, so I went to a barber competition in Nashville a couple months ago, and I did a burst fade on one side, and I did a reverse fade on the other side. I don't know if you know what a reverse fade is.
I don't.
It's kind of like, you know, a fade usually goes from like bottom up like this.
Yeah.
Like
I did it from the top down, and then I did like a V shape in the back, and I cropped the top. Did a reverse fade on his beard as well on one side, and the other side was regularly faded.
That'd be cool. It was the opposite.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most? Was that the most unique thing you've ever done too?
Yeah, so far. I'm gonna try to do some more crazy stuff. There's a lot. See, that's the thing with barbering too. You never, there's a lot you gotta learn. You never stop learning, bro. Like there's stuff that I mean, I'm good, but I'm not anywhere as good as I think I should be. I'll tell you that right now. Like it's, there's a lot of barbers in this world that are absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, crazy good. I mean,
crazy
just
good.
unique, just skill.
Yeah,
skill.
They stand out in their own way.
Right.
But yeah, it just depends on how good you want to be. I want to be one of the greatest in the world. So that's how I'm gonna keep it. That's how I'm gonna keep that mindset. That's one of my goals: be one of the greatest in the world.
What's the most unique haircut you've ever done?
I love afros. I love doing afros. That's probably like my most favorite haircut. Just the way when you finish with an afro, when it's just all set, you pick it out all the way, and it's just really just even, and it's just looking like a statue or like a pyramid just coming up out this, you know what I mean, this unique shape. It's just so interesting to me. I love cutting afros.
It's a lot harder to make a perfect afro than what people think.
Afros is
it's hard. Yeah, it is. Especially to make it perfect.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's my favorite cut. That's like, I love doing an afro. Yeah, and the bigger the afro, the bigger the challenge.
Like,
I love it.
Just the plain afro, no fade. Just
you know, I taper on both sides, on the sides, or I mean, you got to taper it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't look right.
Yeah, you gotta make you can't make it look like somebody ears are hidden and stuff. You gotta make sure you
the
can
Jackson 5.
Yeah, no, it's afros are. And there's so many, and as you get into the industry, Kole, right, you're gonna see that there's so many different styles, so many different techniques, so many different types of haircut, and you start looking at them. Even now, as you being a barber, you're gonna start going to school and start looking at people's hair. You're gonna be looking at men and women, girls and boys, and looking at their hair and be like, Okay. And you'll start noticing things that you didn't notice before because your eyes started dilating just on haircuts.
Like I feel like I could do this and it'd look better or something like
Right.
that.
You'd be looking at bearings. You'd be like, you go home, you'd be like looking at your dad's haircut. You'll be able to see some imperfections after a while and be like, Dad, I don't think he got you right.
So let me get a chance. Let me take a chance.
So is there anything you'd like to say to your parents right now as far as this industry that you think you couldn't have said to them about this industry that you like going into it?
I don't know. I feel like there's, from like their view, I feel like most parents, like for a unique career, there's more into it that the kid sees than the parents.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I don't understand, but I feel like if you do sit down and talk to them, like you said, they would understand. But just from, and if my parents do listen to this, which they probably will, but they'll probably have a better understanding of what I want to do when I'm older, and we could talk about it more.
Right, that's good. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have a sister. She's, I don't know, she lives in Alaska. So.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to her about that?
No, not really. We haven't really like been the closest, but
throw it out.
We're like 5 years apart.
Yeah, throw it out one day. Say, hey, I want to be a barber. What you think? Just start telling us what you have to do. From here on out, just tell people, hey, I'm going to be a barber. This is it. That's what I want to do. This is what I want to do. You know what I mean? Because as you say that, people are going to start helping you push you towards your goal, which is good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what you think of the podcast today, Kole? You said you were nervous. Was it? It wasn't nervous.
It wasn't bad. No. It was fun just sitting and talking about it because I haven't really gotten a chance to talk about it at all. But talking about it was definitely nice and learning more about it.
Definitely did better than me my first time. Yeah, boy, I was sweating.
I think when I first started, my face got red. And I hope the camera.
No, you're going to be fine. You did really good. I mean, it's an opportunity to tell the world what you do. I mean, we're in over 60 countries around the world. We're a top 25 podcast in the United States, a top 25 podcast in the world. And as far as barbering industry, shout out to FeedSpot for ranking us that high. I mean, we have people from around the country who's always giving us feedback and listening to what we're saying. So what you said today on this podcast, you're going to help someone who is 15? 16. Help them formulate a plan, formulate that choice to come into this industry, which is good because a lot of times at that age, you there's something that you like to do, but you're afraid to say it because you don't want someone to judge you and knock it down and then have you change your mind. And if you believe in something, if something that your heart's telling you this is what you want to do, you should follow your heart and follow your goals because remember, it's your heart, your goals, and it's going to be for you. You're the one who's going to be happy in your decision that you're making. You're the one who's going to be happy in the job that you're doing.
And not everybody is meant to hear your goals. Nobody's like, because some people just don't. They be downers. Mm-hmm. They just don't. Sometimes you just got to give somebody encouragement. I always like encouraging people. If you got something that you want to do, go and get it. If it's something that's meant for you or what you think is meant for you, then that's probably it. Because a lot of people don't go with it because they get shut down by somebody else's opinion.
Yep.
So,
and one of the key things I can say to you, Jordan, in closing is, Kole, is make the same energy you coming into it in this industry. Mm-hmm. Keep that energy.
Yeah.
Keep that love for it. When you're starting to learn and you're going to school, it's like Jordan and I said earlier, there's going to be some ups and downs because you're learning something. And it's called growth. It's going to be an uncomfortable period because there's some things that you don't know, and you have to learn it, and it's not going to happen in a day or a week. It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
But you have to stick with it and give it your all. Mm-hmm. And when you finish, when you hit that floor, you're going to be like, man, it was all worth it. Mm-hmm. And think about the more you learn, the more you earn, and try to know as much as possible about this industry. Not just the haircutting, not just the fade, building relationships, your client retention, how to market yourself, how to make content, how to take care of your clients, how to make your clients feel your attitude matters. Mm-hmm. how you treat people really matters. Your customer service. All those things you have to start thinking about, because all those things will help you retain clients and help your income go where it needs to go.
Yeah.
And that's important. Yep.
A question: did you win that?
I did not. I've only won 2. I've done 4. But like I said, like you ain't going everything. You all fail. You just got to get back up and try.
But
Keep trying.
when you enter a competition, you don't fail though.
No, it's that technically you really actually. I've learned a lot of hairstyles going to those because I'm like, dang, that junk was crazy. I'm gonna do that next time, or maybe there's something I seen in that I could have done next time. I might do the same haircut again, but make it better.
Like you take something from that and you
And
do another haircut and put it together. Like,
you just learn from it, bro. It's not really. Some people take it the wrong way because some people are. I mean, I don't like losing either, but
just the experience that you're gaining, the knowledge that you're, and the people that you're meeting, and the things that you're seeing that you can maybe try or help enhance the way you do things, how you cut hair, how you can never fail when you enter a competition. And I think everybody should do a competition. Everyone. So prepare for your competition when you get yours, Kole. So tell everybody where you're from, and your first, last name, and what you do, and give a little brief description of you. Who is Mr. Kole?
My name's Kole Kemp. I go to Elizabethton High School. I'm from Elizabethton.
Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Yeah. Not really.
And you in the band?
Yeah, I'm in the band.
You play any sports?
I played football last year. I played soccer my whole life.
So you got a base of clientele that's sitting waiting there.
Yeah.
Just sitting and waiting there, just like, whoosh. Yeah. So what'd you think about today, Jordan, this podcast today? What'd you like about it?
It's a good podcast. I like having the young kids on here. Kind of makes me feel like myself when I first started. Because, I mean, it's scary, especially not knowing what you want to do, but also taking a step into something that you think you want to do. It's nice meeting you. I appreciate you coming on. Yeah, bro, just do your thing. That's why I would say just go with your heart.
Yeah, that's big. I think it's important to start going to different barbershops. I think you should go up there and visit Jordan one day and just see how you, and just spend a day with him or a couple hours with him.
Yeah, anytime you need, when you start cutting, anytime you need questions about anything, you can message me on Instagram. I think I'm gonna start trying to do like personal classes, like helping you walk through your haircuts and stuff like that. So yeah, anytime you need help, bro, don't mind hitting me up.
So what's your lasting words? If someone is trying to get into this industry at your age, what can you say to them to inspire them? Or how was it for you to come out your shell and say, like, this is what I want to do? How can you inspire someone who want to get into this industry at your age in high school?
Talk to people. Like, if you just keep it like to yourself, I mean, you're definitely going to still want to do it. But if you talk to people, you're going to get better insight on the career or things that you didn't know that you will learn by talking to people. And you're going to gain things from that you can also share with other people. So it's just talking to people, I think, is a good thing, really good thing.
That's big. That's big. Jay, what's your lasting words?
Always got to say what I got to say, live life, have fun. Don't be scared to fail. Just do you. Go have fun.
Yes, sir. That's big. And this encourage someone and pick somebody up. And that's what I say to everybody at my lasting words. Encourage someone, pick someone up. Tell someone how good they are. Be kind. Be a good human being. And always empower people. Speak life into people. Speak positivity into people. Encouragement is big. Affirmation, positive reinforcement, just positivity. I think that helps a lot of people. Just letting people know that they have someone positive in their corner, someone who's going to support their goals, their dreams, their aspirations, whatever it is. Just stay positive. Barber College Success, brought to you by Craig Charles of Crown Cutz Academy, JC, Crown Cutz Academy, Bristol, Virginia, and Proficient Nail Academy in downtown JC. Spreading love. The Tri-City way is one way, but spreading love the Crown Cutz way is the only way. Peace.